Okay. Hi everyone, this is Rachel here, the Modern Shaman. Thanks for being with me for another YouTube Q&A video. As always, I would recommend if you haven't been to my website that you go there first. Check it out. Get to know what I'm about. If you like what you see on these videos, if you resonate with me, if you want to go further in your own development, there's a lot of resources on my website. You can book one-on-one sessions with me there. My online calendar is available. You can look through my online teaching modules and my masterclass curriculum. The portal there and the link to all of my teaching curriculum is also online on the website, as well as where you send in these questions. Get connected with me for my newsletter that gets sent out weekly and any updates of things that I'm doing along my path. So if you haven't been to the website or haven't checked it out in a while, I always recommend that you go there first and foremost. Get connected with the community and feel like there are ways to just inspire you and keep you on your path. There's also links on there to my Facebook and my Instagram page. Those just have inspiring content. And for those of you that like to have a lot of positive flow of energy into your life, that is a great way to just fill your feed and the news in your life with positive energy, because I'm always putting and posting things that are just uplifting, positive reminders of staying on your path and living the life to your utmost. So I hope that's a good encouragement for you to just get connected in some way, shape, or form. All right, here's the question that you guys sent in for today. Hi, Rachel. Thanks so much for your videos. I especially love the ones where you tune into spirit and give advice from there. I was hoping you could do the same for me. I'm wondering, why do I feel so run down and exhausted from my regular life? I would like advice on how to center myself amidst the chaos of the simple aspects of kids, commitment, being a wife, and the anxiety of it all. Okay. It seems like a simple question, advice on keeping the center amidst the chaos of everyday life. But that is such a good question for all of us. And I will tune into it. I'm not sure if this is an individualized answer, like if the answer would be the same for every single person, or if it's unique to you who's asking it. But I will ask nonetheless. So I'm just going to relax my body, ground my feet into the floor, and ask Spirit to speak to this question. The imagery. So my clairvoyance just lights up right away. And the first image that I see is a video that I saw as a child, and Spirit kind of replayed it in my memory right now. And it is of that TV show, I Love Lucy. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link below. But essentially, it is the I Love Lucy episode where she works at a chocolate factory and she's working on the line, and there's a conveyor belt with the little chocolates, and the speed is kind of like normal at the beginning, and I can't remember if she's supposed to like put the chocolates down or if she's supposed to wrap them in paper. But in the vision, the conveyor belt starts speeding up and she can't keep up with them. I think maybe she's putting them in a box or something. And so she just starts grabbing the chocolate. She starts eating the chocolate. She starts stuffing the chocolates in her shirt. It's like anything she can do, because the speed at which the chocolates are coming at her is too fast. So she can't keep up with the speed of her life. And Spirit reminded me of that, and kind of the energy of the speed of life and having to catch up with the speed of life. The first things that I hear for guidance for you or pieces of advice is overcommitting and overproducing. So I'm going to speak to you as an individual who sent in this question, but I'm going to trust that Spirit knows what will connect and be relevant for all of the rest of you that are watching this in some way, shape, or form that may resonate with Spirit and what they have to say for this individual. Meaning you may relate. But Spirit's talking about you have a tendency to overcommit and overproduce. And when that happens, essentially you start to re-regulate the systems of your human body. Your nervous system begins producing more. Your endocrine system, the chemicals, the hormones in your body begin to increase. So your adrenaline, sometimes your serotonin, that leadership, right? I got to do this, that extrovertive energy. Essentially, even your heart rate. And this has to do with a lot of the ways that people experience anxiety or panic attacks. The aspects of your human form are overcommitted and overproducing. So when you overcommit to the things in your life, you give yourself no other choice but to overproduce on the body. And it becomes physically exhausted. And I don't mean like, oh, you're tired. I mean, you're doing too much for your human form to keep up with. Okay? So there's an aspect of like, okay, we don't want to be lazy. Okay, we want to do the best that we can possibly do, right? But there is a whole nother level to recognizing and knowing yourself and having the wisdom and the confidence to stand in that and to say, this is what I know works for me. This is the level at which I can produce right now. Maybe I can slowly ramp up or things may shift in my life. But if you have 3 children, if you have 5 children, if you have 1 child, you're going to need to look at the production time of what that takes. You're going to have to look at the commitments that they have. It is not intelligent, meaning it's not a smart or wise choice to overcommit to things when you haven't looked at how much time you have available for the family, the household, and manage those things appropriately. All right? That's not, rocket science. That's just simple understanding of the way that time management works. If you call in a consultant to kind of clear up your production in a facility, they're going to look at things that create inefficiencies, right? Or overcommitments, things that you're doing that do not add to the efficiency of your life. So if you have aspects of your life that you have overcommitted or are requiring you to overproduce, look at those and minimize. That's the first thing that Spirit is advising for you. And I can give you a simple example of that. I tell my children that they can have 1 extracurricular activity because oftentimes they're very time consuming. And I have 5 kids. Granted, 2 of them are not living in our household right now. They're away at college and one is 23 years old and kind of grown on his own. But the kids at home can have 1 extracurricular activity because like my daughter's extracurricular activity involves 4 nights a week just for her because of the level of commitment at which she's involved in. She's very competitive in her sport. The same with my sons. Their extracurricular activity involves weekends, involves after schools, like 4 nights a week. So even just 1 activity at the level in which our children are being required to show up today requires a lot of time commitment as a family, as a holistic managed utility of a family. You can minimize with that. The same with ourselves. If we overcommit to, I'm going to do this Bible study, I'm going to do this women's group, I'm going to meet these career goals, I'm going to have, meals planned 5 nights a week, whatever it is. You want to be selective about your priorities and realize that you have to manage your time accordingly. Do not overcommit and overproduce, because your body and it's just normal functions will start to shift and change dependent on what pressure and stress you put on yourself. Okay, that's pretty understandable. Let me ask for some ways to help you. Breathing. I hear when I ask for specific ways to help you, like techniques or tactics in your life, I hear breathing. And then I hear that mantra or statement of like, exhale. And I feel this kind of letting go in my clairsentience, like in my psychic sense of feeling. I kind of feel your body let go, because if your shoulders suddenly relax, you're exhaling through your lungs. And then I hear, I release all the tension from my body. That's a beautiful mantra. I'm going to keep that one for me too. I love that. I release all the tension from my body. So they're giving you this as a practice and a mantra to exhale. And in the vision that I see with that, you're exhaling and you're at a stoplight. So it's a tactile point. Oftentimes Spirit will give me this when people are asking for advice or guidance. They'll give kind of a location in which to do it, which sounds simple. And we need that as humans. We need almost like a practice and a time to do it. Otherwise we make excuses for ourselves of how I don't have time to do this. I can't go to a class, or I can't meet with a trainer. I'm already overwhelmed, so don't give me another to-do list, right? So instead, they show you at a stoplight, and every time you're at a stoplight and it's red, you exhale and you say that mantra, I release all the tension from my body. And then you let your shoulders drop, and I can feel it, like, especially right here for you. It feels like this sensation of relief comes over your shoulders in particular, then your lower back. Good, good. Okay. And let me just see if there's anything else. They're showing you smile. Like you need to smile more, laugh more, and then they show your body filling up with oxytocin. So your body could use more oxytocin, right? That's that love hormone, the cuddle hormone, the yin kind of connection to people. So this is a love that makes us feel safe and at ease. This is peaceful, restful connection to our body. So this is kind of flow energy. It's exercise, like just like walking, not like counting our steps, not power walking, not, exercise that has a sense of punishment. It's just calm. This is playing with our animals. This is laughing, being at ease. And they have this also as a practice for you, and a reminder that you need to laugh out loud every day. So at the end of the day, they show you laying in bed and asking yourself, similar to the way someone would say prayers right before they go to bed, asking yourself, did I laugh out loud today? And if you didn't, thinking of something, watching something, reminding yourself of something, reading something that would literally just make you laugh. That will shift the body chemistry. And again, it's simple, and I know you need simple right now, but that will shift the body chemistry. And when your body chemistry shifts from a consistent kind of chronic shift, right? The consistency in the body shifts the way that you react to other environments. So when you're in times of anxiety or trauma in your day, or things that feel stressful and cause the body to react, your hormones, when they're regulated in a way that has regular release of oxytocin, of feeling safe, feeling trusted, feeling fine and at peace, the reaction in the body will be to go towards decisions and practices, whether it's a deep exhale or I know things are going to be okay, I'll slow down, I'll take care of it. That is a very different reaction than when we have been overloaded with cortisol, like this fight or flight hormone in our body, and for a chronic period of time have just been trying to survive, right? In that survival hormone state, it increases that cycle of where we always feel like we're everything is live or die. Every project they give you at work could mean if you don't perform amazing that you're going to lose your job. Okay, if you're in that state, you are in like adrenal fatigue and cortisol overload. Most people are in that space in their hormones. They are unbalanced. So when you're chronically laughing every day, when you are being very, very consistent with that hormonal release, then it will, over time, re-regulate your system to where your autonomic nervous system does not respond as if something is fight or flight, live or die. Instead, it responds from a hormonal place of safety and trust and peace. Hallelujah. That is what you want. The consistency of that is what's key. So do it every single night. No exceptions. Make sure you laugh out loud before you go to bed. The consistency of that will change your absolute life. This is why people say to do gratitude every day. This is also releasing the hormone of oxytocin. Trust chemical, peace chemical, more of that. This is why animals, therapy animals, they release oxytocin, are so important for you. So all that being said, you're going to be okay, Mama. I hope that that blesses you and that the consistency of these changes in your life literally change your entire state of being to be one of peace and ease and trust. And that, my friend, is a beautiful life. All right, I'm going to sign off here. Much love to you guys. I'll be back next week with another video.